Okay, hi all. Welcome to Blessings Automation Hub. Okay, now we are going to see complete core Java. Okay, with respect to automation. So, what are the things which we are going to cover in Java is like variables, blocks. Okay, and then we will see what is the meaning of static and non-static blocks. Constructor, we will see what is the use of methods, what are the types of methods available, like what is method overloading, what is method overriding. Then we will see inheritance. So basically we are going to cover all the oops concept, like first is like inheritance, then encapsulation, then abstraction, right? And then polymorphism, like method overloading and method overriding. Okay, so then we will see exception handling in which we will see what is try, catch, and finally block, and then we will see what is throw and throws, and then we will see what is string, what is the meaning of string immutability, what is string buffer, what is string builder, what is the allocation of a string with respect to new and without new keyword. Then we will see collection, in which we will see list, set, and map. In list, we will see array list, linked list. In set, we will see hash set, link hash set. In tree set, we will tree set, and in map, we will see hash map, linked hash map, and tree map. Okay, so we will cover this all. Okay, so let us start. Let me show you the IntelliJ. Okay, where we will see all the programs one by one. Okay, so first is like variables. So what is the meaning of variables? So variables are used to hold the data, right? So there are three types of variables in Java. Okay, one is static variable, one is instance variable, and one is local variable. So coming to static variable, what is static variable? Okay, you can see we are defining one variable int a equal to 99, right? And here we are defining one class u, okay, in which we are defining one variable int a equal to 99. Then it is defined as static, right? So this is named as a static variable. Okay, so what is the meaning of static variable? So you can call directly with respect to the class, right? So if you can see here, I have created this class object. Your class object reference is y. Okay, then I am calling, I'm assigning that y as null. Okay, and then I'm directly calling this variable. So basically static is like class level variable, so we can call directly through the class reference. So y is the reference for this u class, so y dot a. Okay, so what is the a value here? It is a static variable defined as 99. So if you will run this, you will get to know 99 as the output. So this is all about static. So in case of static variable, we are defining one value. Okay, and from directly class we can call that. So that is a static variable. So it will be loaded at the time of class loading. Coming to now instance variable. So what is the meaning of instance variable? So whenever you are creating any member, okay, any variable, okay, if you are not defining that as static like we have done earlier, then that is called as instance variable. But how you will call that? For that you need to create the object for that class. So you can see I have created object as h. Okay, this is the yo class object as h dot a. It is like you are calling hello class, okay, and then a variable. So you can see now it will, I have not assigned anything as of now. So by default the default value for this integer will come. So as integer is having default value as null, right? Sorry, 0. So here sop of h dot a, it will be 0. Now I am defining h dot a equal to 99. So now it will show like 99, I think so. Let us see the output, guys. So you can see first it is h dot a equal to 0 and then 99. Perfect. Okay, so you can see in case of instance variable, you need to create the object and then call the variable. In case of a static variable, you can call directly with respect to that class reference, you can call directly. In case of static, in case of instance variable, you need to create the object, then call that variable. Okay, fine. Now, what is local variable? So local variable scopes are defined where it is defined. Okay, so if it is, you can see here, this is one local block. Okay, so there we are defining one variable as integer equal to 10. So the scope will be this block itself, right? So now local variable is defined inside any method or inside any block. So the scope will be limited to that. Outside that, you can't use that. Okay. Now here also you can see one integer variable a is having value 10. Okay, which is having a statement block 1 and then the value. Now you are calling one more string a equal to blessings. Okay, now you are giving block 2 equal to a. Okay, so what is the meaning of a here in both cases? So a here it is 10. Okay, because it is inside the local block, right? Here also inside the block it is one variable which is a equal to, it is with respect to a string having value blessings, right? So here a is blessing. So let us see the output. If I am calling the object of this class hello as hello class as object reference new hello, so it will call the both block. Okay, so block 1 is having 10 value. Okay, a equal to 10, right? And then in this block a equal to blessings, so that's why block 2 is having value blessings. So this is all about local variable. Now coming to blocks. Okay, so what is the meaning of blocks? So blocks are defined inside like the class, okay, or inside some methods. So you can see this is a block basically. Okay, so in Java, okay, so you are having three different blocks. Okay, like three types of blocks are available. One is local block, one is instance block, and one is static block. So let us go first, okay, and see what are these. Okay, so first we will see local blocks. Okay, so if you can see here, okay, so one I am having one class hello, then I am having one block. Okay, you can see from here to here one block is there, which is a instance block. What is the meaning of instance block? What is the meaning of local block? And what is the meaning of static block? I will tell you. Okay, so first in this example, if you will see, okay, if you will see, first is like first is like one block is there. In before that block I have not written anything like a static, like here I have written. So if any block which is there inside this curly bracket, if anything you are writing like this is block. Okay, if you are writing with a static, it is a static block which will be loaded at the time of class loading itself, and this is a instance block which will be loaded when you will create the object for that class. Okay, so now here, but inside this is one, it is telling I am instance block. Okay, one statement inside this block, and here it is telling I am local block of instance block. Okay, now this is local block because inside the block one more block is there, so this is local, right? So this is local block. Here also static block is there, it is telling I am static block, and then here it is telling inside that block one more block is there which is telling I am local block, right? So you can see if I am calling this hello class hello h equal to new hello. Okay, so it will call first static block and then instance block. Okay, so how output will be, so first static block will be printed. So you can see static block, as I told you, static block context will be loaded at the time of class loading. So first it is telling I am static block, then it is telling inside that static block one more local block is there, right? So it is telling I am local block in a static block, then it is telling instance block I am instance block, this one, right? And then it is telling I am local block in instance block. Okay, so you can see static is used with respect to variable. As of now we have seen with respect to blocks, so blocks will be loaded at the time of class loading. That's why first this block is getting printed and then this instance block will be printed. So we are seeing here as of now what is static block, what is local block, what is instance block. Fine. Now as we can see, okay, as of now we have covered, okay, like what is variables, what are the types of variable like a static, instance, local block, and then we have seen blocks in which we have seen local block, instance block, and static block. Let us go ahead and let us see what is constructor. Okay, so what is constructor basically? Okay, so constructor are special methods. Okay, so what is meaning of that? Okay, so if you can see one student class I have created, in that there are two members. Okay, is one is just sid, one is s name, one is id, one is name. Okay, one is integer, one is string type. Then we are creating two argument constructor. Okay, so student int id string sn. Okay, one is student id. Okay, one is student name. Right, two argument constructor we are creating. We are, for understanding purpose, we are writing to a two argument constructor. Then we are calling one method void so, in which we are passing those two id, sid and sname. Those two members we are passing here. So basically, if you are writing two argument constructor, you need to print both, right? So we are printing both. Then we are calling student class object student stu equal to new student 88 and others. So here id, I am giving id value, name I am giving name value, and then I am calling the method. What was the method name? So method, right? So stu1 was the object, right? Student class object stu1 dot so. So basically it will give us the object, the output of that so method. So in the so method, what is there? Sid and sname, right? So first it is going to that student class and it is checking whether constructor are there or not. It is there, two argument constructor is there, and which is having one statement. So what is the statement here? Student to our constructor, right? You are calling this much. Okay, student stu new student. Okay, 88 and others. So basically if I will remove this, okay, and if I will call this only, okay, so what will be the output, guys? So if you will see, it is just calling to argument constructor. So it is going here to argument. Okay, it is getting the same format, then it is having one statement. That's why it is printing this two argument constructor. Then it is going to the show method. Okay, so then it is printing sid and s name. What is sid? 88 and s name is others, right? As id show method, inside that show sid and s name 88 and others. Okay, so that is constructor. Okay, fine. Now what is methods, guys? Okay, so let us go and see what is methods. Okay, so method is like whatever the functionality you want to do in the class. Okay, that is called as method. Okay, like if you are having one yellow class, okay, let us assume yellow class is there which is having a equal to 10. Okay, one member which is a instance member. Okay, now it is a static member b equal to 3, in which I am printing so method. I am printing a, okay, and then b. Okay, a and b we have initialized as 10 and 3, right? So in the show method we are having two statement which is printing a and b. Then here we are creating object of this L class, L h equal to new L, and then h dot show. Okay, h dot show. What is the meaning of h dot show? H is the object for this L class, right? H dot show. Where is show? Show method is there, right? So in the show method, what is there inside that? A and B, two variables are there, right? So the what will be the output, guys, here? A and B. A is 10, B equal to 3, right? A is 10, B equal to 3. So basically this is like method. So you can see so is one method which we have created. Okay. So as of now, we have seen, guys, what is variables, what is methods, what is variables, what is blocks, what is constructor, and what is methods. Okay, now we are going to see what is return type. Okay, so let's see what is return type. Okay, before going to return type, let us see what is static method. Okay, what is the meaning of static method? Okay, so here if you will see one class is there tello. Okay, now if we are writing any member is static int b equal to 45. This is a static member, a static variable we have defined. Okay, we have initialized as 45. Now we are writing like void show method is there, but that method is static method, means it will be loaded at the time of class loading. Okay, so then we are printing b. What is the value of b? 45. Now in case of a static method, we need not to create the object of that class. We will call that directly. Okay, so here what is the class name? Tello, and then what is the method name? So as it is a static method, we can call directly. So it will print what? It will print SOP of B. SOP of B, what is the value of B? So B value is 45. Great. Okay, so we have seen static method as well. Now coming to return type. What is the meaning of return type? Let us assume one yellow class is there in which we are writing one method. So method is there. Okay, in which we are passing as parameter int x. Okay, and it is returning x plus 1. Whatever int you will pass, okay, whatever the x value you will pass, it will increase by 1, right? Now here it is telling we are creating the object for this hello class, and then we are calling as dot so. What is the meaning of as dot so? As is the object reference for this class, and so method we are calling, in which we will pass one integer value. So 10 we are passing, but it should return. What is the meaning of return type? So whatever the return statement is there for this method, it will print that only. Okay, so it is telling return type x. What is the value of x? 10, and it is telling return x plus 1. So what will be the output for this? 10 plus 1, 11. So this basically this is the return type for that. Okay, 11. Okay, fine. So now we will see. Okay, now we will see what is. We have seen methods, we have seen static methods, we have seen instance method, we have seen method return type. Now we will see what is method overloading. Okay, so what is method overloading, guys? Okay, so basically in oops concept there are four things are there. One is inheritance. Okay, one is polymorphism, one is abstraction, one is encapsulation. Okay, so first we are going to see what is polymorphism. Polymorphism means poly means many, morph means form. Okay, the same method will behave differently in different situation. For that, there are two concepts in Java. One in method overloading, which is called as static polymorphism. One in method overloading, which is named as dynamic polymorphism. What is method overloading, guys? So method overloading is like when we are changing number of parameter or type of parameter or order of parameter. What is the meaning of that? So let us assume one hello class is there. Okay, in which one class is there in which methods are there. Okay, so you can see methods name are same for both, but parameter are getting changed. Like here int b string a is there, here is string a int b is there, right? So something we have changed, and then we are calling return a plus b, right? We have changed just order of parameter, right? So you can see here we are creating the object for this hello class, and then we are referring here string a. What we are storing in this string a as dot a 10 comma string. Okay, 10 comma string. How we are putting 10? So here it is integer, right? Int b is an integer where we have put 10, and then string a where we have put string. Okay, we are adding as dot a, add method is there, which will add a plus b. So 10 comma string will be added and it will be stored in a, right? Now we are printing that a. Okay, so can anybody tell me what will be the output for this? Yeah, obviously we are adding two things. Okay, one is string and one is uh, number 10. So you can see as dot add 10 comma string. So it will be added like string 10. Okay, now what we are adding in b as the blessing and 99. So again, what it will do, guys? So it will add one is string blessing, and then int is b is 99. So blessing 99. So you can see here, guys, we are changing the order. Okay, so what is method overloading? We can note that method overloading is changing number of parameter, type of parameter, and order of parameter. Okay, so basically method overloading is changing number of parameter, type of parameter, order of parameter, whether where method name are same. Okay, so that is method overloading. What is method overriding, guys? Okay, so method overriding is, let us assume already. Okay, so already you are having one class. Okay, you are having one class which is having parent class. Okay, so let us assume parent class is the super class. Okay, super class means from where you are inheriting the property. Okay, now in this parent class you are having so method, okay, and you are writing a statement as parent so, okay, parent class so method. Now you are having child class which is extending again parent class property, okay. So here child class is also having so method, so both are having so method only, okay. Now what will be the output, guys? So if here also so method is there, here also so method is there, okay, here one statement is there parent class so method, here is statement is there child class so method. So what will be when we are calling the when we are calling this object reference, okay. So what will be the output? Let us assume parent class object, we are creating the parent class object and we are calling new of child, we are calling child class, okay. At the time of instantiation, at the time of runtime, we are calling child class, right? So that is only method overriding. What is the meaning of overriding? We are overriding at the time of runtime, we are choosing which class we need to call, okay. So both are having so method, but at the time of runtime we are calling child method, run method please call, child class so method please call. So obj 2 dot so method. So here what is so method? Obj dot what is the child class so method? Here child class so method is child so, okay. So if you will see here, so this is one example of child so, okay. This is one example of method overriding in which already one class will be there which will be extended by subclass or its child class, and both are having same method in which you are changing, in which you are adding some functionality in the subclass, okay, and that you are calling at the time of runtime. That is method overriding, okay, fine. So what are the things which are asked for method overriding? Okay, one is like, can private method can be overridden? No. So private method cannot be overridden. What is static? Can static method be overridden? No, static method cannot be overridden, okay. Next is final method can be overridden? No. So basically private, static and final method cannot be overridden. One more question they will ask you with respect to method overriding, okay, overriding, sorry, method overriding. What is the question that they will ask you? Okay, so let us assume one method is there, okay. So let us assume you are having parent class, right? You are having parent class, okay, and then that parent class is having one method m1, okay, and again child class which is extending that parent class, again it is having also m1, same method is there. Great, okay. Now what is happening here, guys? Okay, so basically whenever you are whenever you are writing m1 class in both parent class as well as child class, you are writing here protected. What is the meaning of protected? What is private? What is public? So guys, these are access modifier. So basically in Java there are four types of access modifiers is there. One is private. Private scope will be there inside that method or inside that block, okay. So or where you have declared that private, okay, and then protected is there. So protector is like you can use that inside that class, or if it is extending in other class there also, if it is extended that class there also, you can use protected. Now it's public. So public scope is like anywhere from that package, outside that package, outside that method, anywhere you can use that. So basically these are the scopes, okay, like access modifier, okay, access modifier. Now in overriding they will ask you one question: if the parent class scope, if the parent class access modifier is protected, can we override this method with respect to public or not? Okay, so basically if the access modifier scope is same or greater, then only then that method will be overridden. If I am writing protected is the first is private, then it's protected, then it's public, okay, the scope will be higher for public. If I am writing here public, okay, and if I am writing here protected, so protected scope is smaller than public, right? So it will not work, okay. But in case of here, if it is protected, okay, if it is protected, okay, which is lesser scope, okay, here it is higher scope, public is higher, so it can be overwritten. So they will ask you at the time of interview, okay, if some parent class is there where you are doing method overriding, okay, then if you are calling protected in the parent class, what can be the scope of subclass? Okay, the scope should be protected itself, like same scope or the higher scope is public. Okay, so here if you will call this child class, okay, parent object equal to new child object dot m1 child class we are calling, and which method we are calling? Object dot m1 method. What is the output from child m1? So if you will see here, the output is from child m1. So what I was trying to say, if the scope is same or greater, then only you can override. Okay, then only you can override if the access modifier is same or higher in the child class, right? Protected, public, you can see both are working. Okay, but if you will write below scope, below access modifier, which is like of less scope, it will not work. Like if I will write private, it will not work. You can see here, right? Cannot reduce the visibility of the inherited method. You have to have the same visibility or more visibility. Okay, so that's why this is one more important question for overriding. Now, so this is all about, guys, polymorphism. In polymorphism, we have seen method overloading and we have seen method overriding. Okay, now coming to inheritance. Okay, what is inheritance, guys? So basically inheritance is like if you want to inherit the property from the superclass to the subclass, right? If you will see here, see, high class is there which is having one variable 99. Okay, now m1 method is there in which you are printing high class m1. Okay, high class m1 method variable value is 99, right? Now this cello class is there which is extending high class. Now this is B is here 88. In this you are calling m2 method. Here first we are calling A. Okay, what is A? Is it declared here? No, it is extended by high class. So A value is 99, right? So 99 and then B is 88. So you are calling first hello class m1 method. What is hello class here, guys? So what is the hello? Okay, hello is the object for this cello class. Okay, so in this cello class you are having object as hello and then m1 method. So where is m1 method, guys? So this one. So what it is printing? Hi m1, one statement, and then it is printing a variable A. What is the variable name? A is 99. So what it should print, guys? First it will print hi m1 and then it will print A is 99, right? Then hello m2. Again this is going for cello class where m2 method will be called. So here hello m2 A, what is the value of A? 99. Hello m2 B, what is the value of B? 88, right? So totally we are having, you can see here, totally we are having three statements. First is hi m1 A is 99, hello m2 99. Okay, from here hello m2 hi m1 first as m1 method and then m2 method, then m2 88. So m2 is 88 here. Okay, fine. So basically this is inheritance in which we are inheriting the property from the superclass. This is called a superclass or parent class, right? And this is called a child class or subclass. Okay, so this is inheritance. So can okay, so let me show you inheritance, how it will work with respect to blocks. Okay, so let us assume one high class is there, okay, which is having one instance block, high of instance block. Now we are having a static block as well for this. Okay, so high of static block. Okay, so there also one block is there which is high of static block. Okay, now we are having high class extended by this class. Okay, now this class again one is instance block is there which is having delo of instance block. Now again static class is there which is having static block. Now at the time of class loading, okay, you are calling delo as equal to new delo. Okay, so what will be the output, guys? So as high is getting extended by delo class. Okay, so let us see. As I told you earlier, static block will be loaded first, right? So which class will be loaded first, guys? So whatever the parent class is there, that property will be loaded first. So that's why static block high of SB is the output. Now what will be the output? Static block of first parent class, then static block of child class. Okay, so this child class, what is the output? Del OSB. So del OSB is there. Now instance block of parent class, okay, high IB, and then instance block of child class, okay, del IB, and before that high IB. So first static context will be loaded, in which first parent will be loaded, then child will be loaded, and then first instance block will be loaded for first parent class, then child class. Okay, so that is with respect to inheritance with respect to blocks. Coming to inheritance with respect to constructor. Okay, so what is the meaning of constructor with respect to inheritance? Let us assume one class A is there, which is having a constructor, a default constructor is there. Let us assume. Now class B is there, which is extending a class. Okay, there also B constructor is there. There you are writing system.out.println B class default constructor. Okay, so B is extending a class, guys. Here B is extending a class. So if you are calling like this new of B, okay, you are calling B class. Okay, so can anyone tell me what will be the output? So A is extended in B class. So obviously the constructor will also be extended. So first super class constructor will be called A class DC, and then B class B of DC will be called. So first super class constructor will be called, and then child class will be called. So inheritance with respect to constructor, this will be the output. Now coming to inheritance. Okay, so this is a very brief explanation of inheritance. Now in inheritance, there is one question: what is multi-level inheritance? Okay, so what is multi-level inheritance, guys? So let us assume one class is there A, okay, which is extended by B. Again, like this is your grandfather, and this is your father, and this is you. Okay, so basically A is your grandfather, B is your father, C is your grandchild. Okay, so grandchild is extending your father, father is extending your grandfather, and then grandfather is already there. So all are having one method, M1 method, M2 method, M3 method. All are having one statement: A of M1, B of M2, C of M3. If I am calling C class, whatever the grandchild is there, that object, if I am called as it is extending all, okay, so it is having first M1 method. If I am calling M1, so what will be the output, guys? Okay, and then we will call M2, then we will call M3. So this is multi-level inheritance. So first it will call A of C object equal dot M1. This is A of M1. Then C object dot M2, B of M2. Then C object of M3, which is C of M3, right? So basically this is multi-level inheritance. Okay, nothing complex is there, guys, in this. Okay, so let us go. Okay, so someone will ask you what is, okay, so this is inheritance, right? As of now we have seen two concept of oops, one is inheritance, one is inheritance, one is polymorphism. Okay, let's see what is abstraction, guys. Okay, and then we will see encapsulation. Okay, so what is abstraction? Okay, so abstraction is like you are hiding the property. Okay, you are hiding the property, you are hiding the implementation. So how you are hiding the implementation, let me show you. So let us assume one abstract class is there. Okay, so this is the main method here. Okay, you are creating one object for this shape class. Okay, and you are calling here a square. Okay, what is this shape and what is this square? Let's see here. Okay, one is one abstract class shape. Okay, shape is one abstract class which is having one abstract method, which is area. Okay, so basically you can see here abstract is written before the method, before the class. So this, like, this is abstract class. Now this is abstract class. Okay, sorry, this is abstract method. So whenever you are writing like this abstract before the class or before the method, it will become abstract class or abstract method, and there we will not write any implementation. It will hide the implementation of that method or class. Okay, so basically that can be extended by someone. Okay, so here class square is extending shape, so obviously shape area method will be also extended, right? So now we are writing here area, and then we will write the implementation or whatever the statement is there, right? So here if you are calling shape sp equal to new of square. So shape is there which is extended by square. So at the time of runtime we are calling square class, okay, which is some child class of this shape, right? Now here area method is there which is having square area as an output. So sb dot area. So this is one example of abstraction, guys, in which you can see abstract class or abstract method is there, right? Square area. Now coming to what do you mean by, okay, this is abstraction. Okay, so abstraction can be achieved with respect to class, okay, which you are creating here. Okay, if you are creating abstract, if you are writing anything abstract before the class, that is abstract class. If you are not writing anything abstract, that is concrete class, right? So now if so in interview, they will ask you abstraction can be achieved in how many ways? So you can tell two ways. One is with respect to class. Okay, one is with respect to interface. So what is interface, guys? Let me tell you. So let us assume first I will tell you the syntax of interface. So interface syntax is like interface and then interface name, in which you can define member or you can write some method. Okay, but you are not writing here complete implementation of that. Okay, now how you can tell how interface will work. Okay, how interface is working, let me show you. Let us assume one interface is there in1. Okay, that interface having one variable 10 and then one method. Okay, okay, that as I told you in whatever the method you will write, you can't write the implementation there. Okay, as interface is 100% abstraction. Okay, it is having achieving 100% abstraction. Like in abstract class, okay, you can have abstract method or non-abstract method as well, but in interface whatever you are writing, it will by default abstract. Okay, so that abstract class, okay, you can see implemented by interface working one class is there which is having okay method, which you are writing here. He will write the implementation or whatever the statement. One statement they have written. Now main class is there which main class is there in which we will call like interface working is the class. Okay, then object, and then we are calling interface working, this one only. Then we are calling t dot okay. Okay method we are calling where we are having statement as blessing. Then we are calling sop of a, as it is a is declared here with 10 value as 10. So the interface is implemented here, like the property of interface is inherited here, right? So that's why you are writing this variable, you are calling this variable. So first we are calling this okay method which is having output as blessing. Then we are calling this a method. So if you will click here, you can see this is highlighting, right? So it will take the value from this interface, as this interface is getting implemented, getting extended from the interface working class. So if you will see, first will be the blessing and second will be the 10 as a output, right? So that is the working of interface. Okay, now someone will ask you, when we are seeing inheritance, okay, we have seen inheritance, so someone will ask you, can we achieve multiple inheritance in Java? So multiple inheritance cannot be achieved with respect to class, okay, because it will occur, it will give you ambiguity, but multiple inheritance can be achieved with respect to interface. So how it can be achieved, let me show you here with the implementation. So here one interface is there, pt1 pi1, okay, which is having show method. Again second interface is there which is again having show method. Both are having show method, guys. Now one interface is there which is implementing both. Okay, what is the meaning of multiple inheritance? Like multiple thing you are inheriting. Okay, like your father property, your mother property, both you are inheriting. Okay, so this is one class, okay, which is inheriting both interface. Okay, now we are writing some show method. This is the show method, right? So here one also we are writing show method in which we are calling p1 dot super dot show. Okay, so which show method it will call? So it is directly telling pi1, like this one it will call, right? Then it is telling pi2 dot super dot show. Okay, now if we are having one main method, okay, from that we are create the object for this class, a interface multiple inheritance. Then we are calling here, okay, so d dot show. Okay, so what is d dot show here? D is the object reference, right? So show method. So where is the show method? Show method is here. So show method, what it is calling? P1 interface and P2 interface. So what is super, guys? So super is used to get the immediate superclass object reference. So immediate superclass, what is we are telling, which is immediate superclass? pi1. So it will take here pi1, so it will go here. Okay, then superclass, it will take the immediate object of that. Okay, and then show method show, and then what is the output? Default pi1. So first it will give default pi1, second is like that pi2. So it will go here, and then super dot show. So here what is the value? Default pi2. So the output will be pi1 and py2, right? So this is interface, multiple inheritance, okay, with respect to interface. Fine, guys. Okay, now coming to, so we have covered as of now inheritance, we have covered we have covered polymorphism, we have covered abstraction. Now let us see what is encapsulation in Java. Okay, so basically what is encapsulation, guys? So whenever you are writing some Java class, you have to wrap the data. How you will wrap the data? Like you have to like assemble the data, and in which you will give the data access, like it can be accessed inside that class, inside that method, inside that a block, inside that block method, or inside that class, or inside that package. So like how you will restrict the data? With the help of access modifier. So let us assume if I will change this access modifier as private, like it can be accessed. Okay, but the scope is getting changed here. So if I am writing private, so you can see, let us assume stud is one class which is having name. Now we are writing getter and setter method for this name. So how you will write, guys, this getter and setter method? So if I will remove this all, okay, so how you will write getter and setter method, I will show you. Go to this source, okay, generate getter and setter, click here, generate. So if you will see like this, you are generating getter and setter for this name. Okay, now you are creating the object for this stud class. Then you are setting the name as blessing. Okay, and then you are printing as dot get name. Whatever you have setted, you are just getting that name, right? Getter method get name. Okay, so whatever you have set blessing, right? So what will be the output, guys? So blessing will be the output. So basically wrapping of the data is called encapsulation. So someone will ask you, what is the main difference between abstraction and encapsulation? So in case of abstraction, we are hiding the implementation. In case of encapsulation, you are wrapping the data by restricting the data. Like it can be private, it can be public, it can be protected, anything, right? As per our requirement, we will put that. Okay, so mainly this is the difference between encapsulation and abstraction. Fine. Now, as we have covered OOPS concept now completely, like what is inheritance, what is abstraction, what is encapsulation, what is polymorphism. Now let us go with string concept. Okay, so what is string, guys? Okay, so string is named as immutable. What is the meaning of immutability? Okay, so if one string is there, okay, so you can't change the content of that string. That is the meaning of immutable. Okay, so if you are writing one string, how you will declare that string, the reference for that string, Sachin. Okay, you are writing Sachin. Now, if you want to add something, concat is one method which will add that. Whatever you will write, it will add that. So basically, you want to add Sachin with Tendulkar. Okay, so but as I told you, string is immutable. You can't change the content of that string. So that is why when you will print str, so what it will print, guys? So basically, it will print Sachin only, right? So that is meaning of here immutability. Okay, now string can be declared in two ways, guys. Okay, one is with directly like this, and second with respect to new keyword. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, let me show you. So here, if you will see, one string is there, I have created one string like string st1 equal to new of string, in which we are passing as value as blessing. Now again same second string is there, also we are passing blessing. Third string is there, also we are passing blessing. So this is another way of writing string with the help of new. Okay, so in case of like this, okay, so here in case of this, it will store the memory in string constant pool. It will store the memory in string constant pool, in string constant pool. Okay, but in case of string here, okay, so in case of this, string is stored in heap memory. Okay, here it is stored in heap memory. So now let us assume st1, so it will create one another memory location. Let us assume the memory location is 100. Here st2 again one, let us assume memory location is 200. Here st3, let us assume memory location is 400. So if I am comparing with respect to st1 equal to 2, equal to 2 will check the reference or the memory allocation, right? So what, whether st1 and st2 both memory allocation will be same? No, obviously no. So what it will give guys? False. st1 and st3 again this memory and this memory will be same? No, as it is creating the memory in heap memory, both memory will be different. Okay, right? So then again st1 and st3 will be different, right? So it will be false. Okay, so you can see blessing is stored in st1, st2, st3, but st1, st2, it is not comparing the content, it is comparing the memory. So both memory is different, that's why it is telling false. For st1 equal to 2 st2, and then st1 equal to st3, it is also false. Okay, now if it is st w dot equals, so one equals method is there, okay, which will compare the content of both. So st1 and st2 both content are same, right? Blessing is there, so it is, that's why it is true. Okay, if we will change this, okay, if I will change this, okay, so whether st2 and st3 will be same? No, obviously no, right? So that's why it is giving false, because it is having different content. For in case of st1 which is blessing, st3 which is blessing without g, so that's why it is giving false. Okay, so this is one another approach for understanding string with respect to new. Okay, this is without new. Now I will tell you one more example where we will see both together, like with new, without new. So here st1 is there which is having blessing, st2 is there which is also having blessing. Okay, now here in this, okay, as I told you, this will create in a string constant pool, this will create in heap memory, this will create in heap memory. So for this, okay, so what will be the output? Blessing will be the output. For this, what will be the output? Blessing. For this also blessing is the output, as we are storing same things everywhere. Now st1 equal to st2, guys. st1 equal to st2. Can anybody tell me? So obviously string, one string is stored in string constant pool, one is in heap memory. Obviously both memory will be different, that's why it is giving false. st1 equal to st3, no, again memory will be different. st2 which is their blessing, st3 equal to blessing, here also new memory will be allocated for both. Okay, for both new memory will be allocated, guys, so that's why it is giving false, means memory are not same. So as of now we understood a string concept. Now let us go with string buffer. So what is the meaning of a string buffer, guys? Okay, so in case of string we can't change the content, right? But we can change the content, it is mutable. String buffer is mutable, guys. Okay, so what is the meaning of mutable? Okay, so like we can change the content, we can do the operation like concat operation or anything we can do here. Okay, let us understand what is a string buffer, guys. So first let us assume string str equal to blessing is there. Okay, so what are the major difference between a string and a string buffer, guys? So let us see string, we are writing a string, string buffer sp equal to new string buffer blessing. Okay, so both are having blessing, but here if we are trying to compare str dot equals sb, so what will be the output, guys? Okay, so what will be the output? One is string, one is string buffer. So whether both are same, if the content are same? No, it will not be same. Why, guys? Why it will not be same? Because It is telling false because a string buffer is not having equals. Okay, it is not overriding equals method. It is not overriding equals method. So if you want to override equals method, which is there in string, so then you need to convert that this string builder to a string. Okay, so how you will do that? Sb dot to string, which you will store in sb1. Okay, so one string I am creating in which we are converting this string buffer to the string. Okay, right? So this is str dot equals sb1. Okay, which is string, right? And then if you want to equal that both, okay, whether it is equals or not, obviously both are now string, so you are comparing the content, so obviously it will be true. But if you are not doing anything, if you want to compare that, okay, so let me show you first str dot equals sb1. So you can see here, guys, it is not true because you have converted that to string. Okay, let us assume you have not converted that to string. Okay, you have not converted. How you will change, how you will check the content of both? One is a string, one is a string builder, sorry, string buffer. So both content you will compare with respect to content equals. One method is there in string buffer, content is equal. It will check whether both content are equal or not. So it is, that's why it is giving true. Now what is a string builder? So guys, string builder is also mutable, where you can change the content. Okay, so how it is behaving, same syntax is there, str equal to blessing string builder, only string builder is there in which you are having blessing. Okay, now str dot equals sb, obviously it will be false because one is a string, one is a string builder. In the case of a string builder, okay, it is a mutable, but here equals method are not getting overridden, that's why it will give false. Now if you will convert that to string, then if you are comparing str dot equals, then it will give true. Content equals, it will compare the content, it will give true only. So false, true, true is the output. Okay, right? Okay, so this is all about, guys, string, string buffer and string builder. Okay, now they will ask you in the interview, okay, what is the difference between string buffer and string builder? Okay, so guys, what are the questions are there with respect to difference? Okay, I will tell you at the last of the video. Okay, let us go with the next concept. Okay, then, okay, so coming to exception handling, guys. Okay, so what is the meaning of exception handling? Okay, let me show you through the code. So if you want to handle some exception in your code, okay, which will not interrupt your program execution, so then you can write that inside the try block. Okay, one is try block in which you will write the code, and whatever the exception you want to handle, that you can write in catch block. So let us assume I will tell you this program. Okay, so this is one statement, main is started, one class main method is started, then you are writing string data arg of 0. Okay, you are writing int x equal to integer % data, okay, which is argument of 0. Now you are writing res equal to 10 by 0. 10 by 0 you are writing. Okay, 10 by x you are writing. Now you are writing result is res. Okay, so if it is giving some exception, how it will be handled? As it is telling exception e, right, it will go in this catch block and it will give output as enter correct value. This value is not correct, x is not correct. Okay, so that's why it will give wrong. Okay, let me make this program as simple, int x equal to 0. Okay, can we define any number by 0, guys? Okay, so if you are defining any number by 0, whether it will give exception or not. Okay, yeah, obviously it will give exception. 10 divided by 0, you are writing 10 x equal to 0, 10 by 0. Okay, now result is res. Okay, so what is 10 by 0? It will give exception, so that's why it will go here. It will give the statement enter correct value and then main completed. So this is like try and catch block, guys. Okay, now someone will ask you, guys, okay, so what is the meaning of throw? Okay, what is the meaning of throw? So throw can be used inside the block, guys. Okay, so this is one block, right? This is one block. Inside that, if you want to handle some exception, there you can use throw block. Okay, how you are writing? Let us assume one main method is there in which you are calling one validate as method. Okay, valid as or not, in which this is a static method so that you can call directly that method. Okay, now you are passing as age as a parameter. If this age is less than 18, then you are telling throw new arithmetic exception. Okay, if less than 18, so you are passing 13. 13 is less than 18, so you are handling one exception explicitly with the help of throw, so it will give invalid, right? Let me show you guys how it is giving invalid. Right, it is telling invalid. Okay, because you are passing less than 18. Okay, so this is one example of throw. Okay, what is the meaning of throws? So this was throw was block level, this is method level. If you want to put anything at the time of method, okay, so you are writing one main method there also. If you want to put some exception, you can put throws. Okay, so that is throws. Okay, so if you want to make some sleep, okay, of 1000 millisecond, and then you want to print hello gigs, so there, if it will give exception. Okay, if you are not writing here guys throws, okay, see, it is giving exception. It is telling to please handle this exception. That's why we are handling by using throws. Okay, so now it will be printed guys. Hello gigs, after 1 second it is has printed. Okay, now this is try catch block. Okay, throw and throws block. Okay, now they will ask you one more question, which is what is finally block. Okay, so what is finally? Okay, in exception handling, what is finally? So if you want to put anything in the finally block, that code will be called every time. Okay, so if you want that any code is very must that it should be printed, so that you can put in finally block. So finally block, so let us assume same code is there, like main started is there. Okay, then try block is there, in which we are writing result equal to 10 by 0. You are writing catch arithmetic exception, change the input, like input is not correct, 10 by 0, please change that. Okay, and then you are writing finally block, there you are writing finally block completed. Okay, if you want to do this, okay, so what will be the output guys? Okay, so you can see first in main started, this is fine. In the try block here, it has got the exception result equal to 10 by 0. So it will go in the catch block, it is telling a statement has changed the input, so that's why it is printing change. Finally block will be executed every time whether your exception is there or not, so it is going finally block main completed. But at the time of interview they will ask you finally block will not be executed when. So if you are writing system.exit, okay, so there in that case finally block will not be executed. If you are writing system.exit, there it will not be executed finally block. Okay guys, now coming to, okay, this is all about exception handling. Okay, coming to guys, okay, coming to list. Okay, coming to collection. So collections are used to iterate, to store the data, to manipulate the data, to work on, to play the data, right? Collections are used. Okay, so there are mainly three things in the collection which we are using. One is list, one is set, one is map. Okay, so we will see what are the classes there in the list, what are the classes there in the set, what are the classes in the map. Okay, first is list. So if you will see list equal to one class is linked list. Okay, one class is there inside this list. Okay, one class is linked list. So you are writing list equal to new of linked list. In this linked list we are adding 5 values. Okay, then you are with the help of iterator is used. Okay, iterator is used to iterate, like it is work as a cursor. So basically it is telling list.iterator, it will take all the element, it will check. It is having two methods, one is has next, one is next, one is remove. Okay, three methods it is having. Has next will check whether next elements are present or not. If it is true, okay, it will go here and it will take those elements, it will store in this object. Okay, we are printing this object, so it will check first list.iterator we are adding here. Okay, and we are telling this iterator that if you are having next element present, like it is true, then please take those element and print is this object. So that's why if I am printing this, you can see. So guys, this is linked list, right? So this is linked list, we are printing A, B, C, D, E. So here you can see insertion order in maintain. What is the meaning of insertion in order in maintain? Whatever the order you have put, this is maintained here. If we are changing this program, same program, there is one more class which is array list. Okay, so whether insertion order is maintained in case of array list? Yeah, obviously in case of array list and linked list, both are maintaining the order. What is the difference between then in array list and linked list? So in case of array list, it will give access the element very fast. Okay, in case of array list, it will access the element in very fast order. But in case of linked list, the insertion and deletion are fast, not accessing. So basically, this is the major difference between array list and linked list. Okay, so now coming to set, guys. Okay, let me tell you what is set. Okay, so now what is set, guys? So basically, in list, okay, in list we can we allow duplicate value, guys? Do you know, in list can we allow duplicate value? If you want to put again a, okay, can we do that in case of list? Yeah, obviously in case of list we can allow duplicate value, but in case of set we are not able to allow duplicate value. Okay, so let me show you what it will give. If we are writing like this, it will take only one. Okay, so this is set, guys. Okay, so basically, so here has set is there. In set there are three classes mainly. One is has set, one is linked has set, one is tree set. So in case of has set, insertion order is not maintained. Like whatever the order, in which order you have added, it is there. No, what's others, Kumar blessing, different order is there. Okay, so you can see only one in trees it is taking from both, right? So set will allow unique values, okay, not duplicate. Okay, now in case of, if you are writing this has set which is not maintaining the order, how you will take, if you want to take in a insertion order? Okay, so there you can use linked has set. Okay, what is linked has set, guys? So this is also a class inside this set. So their insertion order is maintained. Like, see, you can see others is there, Kumar is there, what's is there, blessing is there, right? So this is has linked has set. Okay, here insertion order is maintained. What is tree set, guys? So tree set is used when you want to sort. Okay, so you want to sort like alphabetically. You can see first A is there, others, then B is there, then Kumar is there, and what's this there, right? So the in case of tree set, it will be in sorted order. What is map, guys? Okay, let's see what is map. Okay, in Java. So basically in this is also same. Okay, map is also same, guys. Okay, so first is like HashMap. So if you want to put anything, but here in case of map, you have to put in key and value format. Okay, so key is like name and value is like others. Okay, key is like email and then a value. Okay, key is like address, then value. Okay, now if you want to take the output with respect to hash map, so how you will iterate that? So for that, this map, you can put this map dot entry set. Entry set is like whatever the entries you have put that you are storing in set. Okay, then you are using again iterator it, you are creating the object for that iterator, then set dot the reference for that iterator, then set dot iterator, and it will check whether has next element are present. If it is there, please take that element. Okay, it dot next. So you will take all the entries whatever you have put. So in case of hash map, let us assume you have put name, others, email id and address. Okay, so you can see here, guys. Okay, so it is not taking in your insertion order, whatever order you have inserted, it will not take. So if you want, it will be in a random order. But in case of linked hash map, okay, it will be there in your insertion order, in which order you will put, right? Name, others first, then email, and then address, right? What is tree map, guys? So tree map will give you in a sorted manner. Okay, like how it will sort with respect to key. Okay, so like you can see address first is like first key is like address, then it is email, then name. So it is in the sorted order with respect to key. So this is all about tree map, guys. In interview they will ask you how many null can be allowed in hash map. So only one null as a key you can allowed, okay, in hash map, but multiple null can be allowed in key. Okay, like this. If you want to put multiple null, you can put that in a value. Okay, but if you want put here null, okay, so whether you can put there in the hash map or not, yes, you can put, you can see, but can we put multiple null as a key? Okay, can we put multiple null as a key, guys? Okay, so if you will see here, okay, no, it is not allowing, right? Name is null and then null is null. This one it is taking, first one it is not taking. So here also unique values are stored. Okay, right? So now this is the important question of core Java which can be asked, guys, okay, in the interview. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you and